Hello, welcome to Hello Port Hueneme. I'm your host Tom Dunn, and today we are in the office of the new Port Hueneme City Manager Rod Butler. Rod, welcome to Port Hueneme.
Hello, Tom. Thank you.
You're originally you came from Upland, is that correct?
That's right. Yes, I grew up in Upland and had been the city manager of Upland in 2014, 2016.
You know, that's interesting. I was in Upland this weekend.
Wow. Oh, cable air show, I'm guessing?
No.
Oh.
I went there to do a deep investigation on you in Upland. No,
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I stopped there to get gas on my way to Palm Springs.
Oh, okay.
But the people were still there, moving around. The signal lights were still working, so we give you a passing grade
Not
there.
too much damage caused.
No,
then.
not too much damage. So that worked great. Are you settled in here yet?
Yes, I've actually leased a condo down in Surfside 2 development, and I'm enjoying being right on the ocean. You know, to those of us from the inland areas, it's always kind of our dream to be able to live right on the coast,
Mine
especially
too.
during those hot months. So I'm really enjoying being down at Surfside 2 now, and we'll probably start taking a serious look at purchasing a home in Port Hueneme maybe this summer or fall.
You have a family here with you?
You know, I am a late in life bachelor.
Oh.
No wife, no kids at this point. I haven't given up hope yet, but as of now, I'm just on my own. So.
And you mentioned the temperature. You know, it does get up to 70 here every once in a while.
Wow, that's quite a bit. It's probably about 30 degrees less than a typical upland August or September day. So.
That's absolutely true. What do you like so far about Port Hueneme? What are your first impressions?
Yeah, I think really one of the things I noticed even as I was going through the interview process was how well maintained the city has been over the years.
Clean, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Cleanliness, street maintenance, public landscape, parks. And that's, to me, that reflects not only a community that cares about the way it looks and the quality of life, but a city organization that has been able to get things done and have employees who care. So that's very encouraging to me coming in as a new city manager.
What in the first month have you seen as the city manager? What's your impressions of the working aspect of the city?
Yeah, so I think the new city council coming in and really being motivated to put together an aggressive plan of action to work on some of the challenges and to build on some of the successes that the city's had over the years. That to me has been really impressive, and it's the environment that I want to work in. I don't really want to come in and be a caretaker. I want to come and work with a council that wants to aggressively tackle the problems that the city has and do that with the community's support.
It's imperative for both of those. The focus of the council, trying to find solutions to our fiscal issues, and then the citizens being involved and giving input. Give me a couple specifics of things that you want to, from your experience as a city manager and being around numerous types of cities. You're here, you've been here a month. What would you like to focus on, your top two things?
Yeah, so I'd say the two biggest things are really putting together a financial plan, long-term financial plan for the city that will get our general fund to a healthy place, to where where our expenditures in the general fund are matching up to our revenues, and where hopefully maybe down the road we can actually start to build savings again, build reserves, so that revenues are coming in greater than expenses. And that's something I know the council's committed to doing. It's not just a Port Hueneme problem. You know, a lot of cities are dealing with these same challenges. But we expect during my first 6 months for sure to be able to present some recommendations to the council that will get us moving in that direction. One of the specific things we're doing for the first time, maybe ever in Port Hueneme, is a 2-year budget. So we'll begin to plan our budget for a 2-year period rather than just 12 months at a time. So that would be one, that whole financial management budgeting issue. Second thing that we intend to be really aggressive on is what I would call economic development. So the idea of bringing new businesses, new tourism opportunities, and new jobs to Port Hueneme. We know we have a 5 square mile, actually a little less than 5 square mile city. Half of that land is taken up by the Navy base. So, we're limited in some ways with that. But I think there are some real opportunities to maybe fill some of those vacant commercial areas on Channel Islands and on Ventura through aggressive outreach to businesses who might want to come in and fill that space. We also think that the city-owned parcels, and there are about 12 of those, folks that follow the council meetings may have seen our former interim city manager, Mr. John Baker, had really taken the bull by the horns on those and tried to move forward on assessing the opportunities that each of those 12 properties holds for some kind of future development. And so we intend to move forward on that and really use those city-owned parcels as assets to potentially bring in either some new quality housing or new jobs and revenue-producing businesses.
In a follow-up, at the next meeting after he proposed or presented what you said, I think he said they had, of the 12 properties, 8 of them, they had feelers out from various types of developers that wanted to discuss with the city what they could or could not do. And so that is a good step forward. Now, on the other side of it, I did a interview on Hello Port Hueneme with the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. And for that, I went around to all the shopping centers, the major ones. And if I can remember, there were 160 retail stores. Now, I'm not talking Ralph's, but
Yeah.
The privately owned. And of that, 22% were not occupied. So I think that was about 40 of the 160. So there's an opportunity there for tax revenue to be generated. Also, I'm sure you have heard, and I don't know how much you've got into it, but we are hoping to have a great relationship with the port. What do you know and what have you found out about the port?
Yeah, so I see the port, we have 2 assets, at least 2, right here in the city limits that are major economic drivers for the whole Ventura County economy with both the Navy base and the port. And so one of the things, even when I was being interviewed for the job, that I talked about was really trying to build a cooperative relationship with the port and seeing the port as an advantage to the city. Yes, they do have some impacts on roads, and over the years the city and the port have worked together to try to account for those impacts. But this is really an opportunity for the world's economy. If you see those cars that come off the boats every day, is coming right here to Port Hueneme, and to build a cooperative relationship between the city and the port is something that I think makes a lot of sense.
The interview right before this one we did with Kristen Dekas was who runs one of the officers of the port. The things they're doing there and looking forward in the future and working with some of the schools here, they are really involved in the community, and I think it's going to be a great asset for both them and the city to work on. So that gives us some hope, and we need a lot more of that. Any final thing that you would like to say that I haven't asked you in this opening segment to the citizens?
Yeah, I would just really encourage folks, especially with me just being new in my first couple of months, that we, just as Tom was saying, we really want residents and business owners, visitors that may spend maybe a part of their year here in Port Hueneme to feel comfortable coming to City Hall and talking to me, talking to Carmen Nichols, who's our deputy city manager. I'm hiring a whole new executive team right now because of vacancies that we have. So we'll have a new police chief, for example. we really want you to feel comfortable in coming to us, sharing your ideas, sharing your concerns. And I believe that Tom's going to be indicating to you how you can contact us and some of the best ways to access City Hall. But that would be my main message, is to encourage folks to give us that feedback and let us know their ideas.
What I would like to do is establish, and we'll try to do it on a monthly basis, where the citizens can email Rod at his City Hall email address for any questions they have and or suggestions. And on a upcoming show, we will try to answer them or tell them where to go to get an answer, and have hopefully a great two-way communication that's been lacking. And I know you're enthusiastic about it, I am, and I think the citizens will be too. There is an old saying. It says, where I would turn and say, best of luck to you. That doesn't hold water anymore. It needs to be that best of hard work to you and the city council is, I think, what is going to make a difference. And we're past luck. It's time to pull up our boots and really do that.
Do the work. Yeah.
The last thing I'd like to say is that when I started doing this show, I wanted some recognition factor, since we started out, with nothing. So I went and bought the Port Hueneme hat. I have gotten more compliments on it. One, because people love to see the name Port Hueneme, and two, they said, oh, it's a really great looking hat. So have you gotten the key to the city yet?
No, not the key to the city.
Okay. Here is, until you do get that, here's what I want to do. I want to give you your own
Wow, all right.
Port Hueneme hat.
Excellent.
And wherever you can wear that when you're out and around, I think we're going to spread the word that we're here. And oh my, you and I in the same type hat. Yeah, that's fabulous, fabulous. Rod, thank you so much.
Sure.
Really appreciate it. And we'll get this going and see that the people really feel that they're part of the city again. Thank you guys very much, and look forward to seeing you on our next Hello Port Hueneme.